Match number 3 was one I'd been eagerly awaiting to see. A 6-person tag as the Rebellion Wolfpack. So the pairing of Taylor James, Tall Tom Mercer and Ryan Curran would be taking on CJ Carter, Corey McRae, All of the Day, and their mystery partner, who ended up being Tommy Kyle. So it was just, the ring was packed with Essex Rescue favourites. Now all of them would brawl to start off with the Faces team sending the Rebellion to the outside. They brawl all around the venue. Honestly, so hard to keep an eye on things going on. We'd see Tall Tom getting held by the fans with Tommy Kyle delivering some chops. We'll get the same happen to Taylor James, and then Taylor James and Kyle would fight on the ramps with Kyle hitting some chops, and then Corey McRae taking over, delivering some chops of his own. Kyle would then fire Tom into the ring post. CJ would do the same to Ryan Curran, and then Tommy Kyle would fly through the ropes to wipe out Tall Tom, and then Corey McRae would head over the top, wiping out Ryan Curran and Taylor James. And then CJ Carter, not to be left out, would fly through the ropes himself, wiping out Curran and Taylor James. He'd head up top. Tall Tom would manage to attack and choke slam CJ onto the apron, and the Rebellion would then gloat and pose, with CJ having to be helped to the back of the arena. Now at this point the Rebellion would get completely on top, you would think, with Curran and Taylor James, as it started to actually become a proper match, interfering. Tall Tom hitting a double lariat onto McRae and Kyle. He'd then hit a slam and a leg drop to Kyle for a near fall. Referee would get distracted as Ryan Curran would start to choke Tommy Kyle. Taylor James would stump a mud hole, literally a mud hole, into him. At this point, CJ Carter would reappear. He'd get the hot tag. He would beat down on Taylor James and hit a drop kick into the corner and start head up top for a missile drop kick. He'd then hit the spinning set out powerbomb for a near fall. Tall Tom would hit a seated Rikishi drive. Oh, honestly. Tommy Kyle would hit a hangman cutter to Ryan Curran. Taylor James hit the super kick to Tommy Kyle. Tommy Kyle would inadvertently wipe out the referee. CJ Carter would hit the super kick and a backstabber to Taylor James. He'd then hit the Michinoku driver to Taylor James, but the referee was out of it. And at this point, Tall Tom and Ryan Curran would get hold of some chairs, hit some chair shots to CJ Carter, and then hit a big boot in the corner to the chair by Taylor James, and Taylor James would hit the tailor-made version 2 to pick up the pinfall victory. After the match, the Rebellion would look to attack, but Tommy Tanner would come out, as you'd love it, the ultimate geezer, and also McRae, Tommy Kyle and Tanner would then storm the ring to save CJ Carter. What an epic 6-man tag this was. It really, really was, folks. Oh my god, it's so hot. It was ridiculous. The action of, you knew when it started as a brawl, it was just going to be absolutely phenomenal. First time seeing CJ Carter in action, absolutely gave his all. You couldn't tell he'd been out of action. The man just did not miss a beat. Honestly, if this was his only match that I ever get to see, I'm so grateful for it, because he put on a great display of heart and effort, alongside the fantastic pairing of Corey McRae and Tommy Kyle, who, I can talk about Corey McRae all day. Absolutely phenomenal showing by him, as one would come to expect if you've ever seen Corey McRae in action. And same with Tommy Kyle. Tommy Kyle, absolutely top athlete. He's always impressed me every time I see him. Fantastic. But they all came up short, unfortunately, to the dirty, underhanded tactics of the Rebellion Wolfpack. Tall Tom, Taylor James and Ryan Curran. Absolutely love the three of them. So impressive. I love them all individually. As the Wolfpack, they absolutely decimate and destroy anyone that's put in front of them. Just absolutely fantastic action, and you can't deny that in the end they were well worth their victory. They tried to wear down their opponents individually, and it paid dividends for them. If you ever get a chance to see any of these 6 individuals in action, whether it's in singles action, whether it's in a 6-man tag, thoroughly recommend you do so for yourselves.